going to have to come back and vote after the floor votes, however long that lasts. So the first motion is the Luna motion to subpoena Neville Singham. It's now brought under consideration. Does any member wish to speak on the motion?
Mr. Chairman, I have an amendment to the motion.
State your amendment.
Thank you. Pursuant to Clause 2K6 of House Rule 11, the committee shall subpoena Les Wexner to sit for deposition before the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform.
Les Wexner is the funding mechanism
Okay.
for Epstein. Do it. Oh.
And Mr. Chairman, I'd like to be recognized to explain the amendment briefly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain your amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is an amendment, of course, to Representative Luna's motion. Les Wexner is a longtime benefactor of Jeffrey Epstein, and at one point was Epstein's only documented client. Maria Farmer was abused in a house attached to Wexner's Ohio property and guarded by Wexner security staff. Virginia Giffrey was named Wexner in a deposition as one of the men she was trafficked to. Wexner also paid for Epstein's home in New York City. There is probably no one more important as it relates to the financing and the work of this investigation, with which both sides of the aisle are interested in, have voted to move forward, than ensuring that we bring Mr. Wexner in to come and be deposed by this committee. Public reporting has documented their long-standing ties. He should answer our questions in a non-partisan way to get the truth to the Epstein investigation, and that is the motion.
Would you, let's see, so I guess we're going to debate the amendment to the motion. Would you yield to a question?
Sure.
We are serious about the Epstein investigation, and I think you've seen a lot of our members stand up and make it very clear they want to get to the bottom of Epstein. Nobody wants to do it more than I do. We also want to hear from Bill Clinton, and we voted in a bipartisan manner to subpoena Bill Clinton, but we haven't gotten confirmation for President Clinton to come in for a transcribed interview or now a deposition. So are you all going to help us try to get Clinton in? I figure you guys
I've been very clear, and I think the committee agrees, that we're willing to talk to anyone, including the former president, if they have information regarding the Epstein investigation. And so the motion in front of us right now is on Les Wexner, who is central to the Epstein investigation and probably knows more than anyone else about the financing and has been named by survivors. So that is in addition to Luna's motion, which, if part of the amendment, we can certainly take that vote.
Okay. Any other discussion on the Garcia amendment? Ms. Stansbury?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I just want to echo my support for this subpoena and say two things. One, this is not a quid pro quo. This is an investigation. And so we will subpoena and support subpoenas for any co-conspirator and anyone who has evidence that's important in this case. Secondly, I want to note that this individual is actually named in the Department of Justice emails that were released in the partial release by the administration as one of the 10 co-conspirators the Department of Justice was investigating and was actually named. Okay. And finally, I just want to say this, Mr. Chairman. The Department of Justice has released, as we understand it, only 1% of the files in their possession. And I think we really want to know why this committee is not demanding the DOJ come in front of us immediately to account for this. And with that, I yield back.
Any other, Ms. Luna, your request to speak on the Garcia amendment to your motion?
I think that this is a sound motion for subpoena because Les Wexner has been named by victims and also too is in a number of documentaries. But I would like to at least offer my opinion and refute what Ms. Stansbury said regarding some of the files that have been released. There have been thousands of files released. So much so that, yes, there have been redactions, but most of the redactions, to my knowledge, have been pertaining to either CSAM materials and or victim information. I know that in one instance, there was potentially a breach of that, of which the DOJ immediately corrected. But we have also been working, at least my office has, with the Department of Justice to make sure that victims have received their direct information. So please understand, at least from my perspective, that it is not our opinion that there have been hold back. I do know that the documents are on a rolling basis as well, similar to the other declassified files. However, aside from that, I do support Garcia's amendment, and I would encourage my colleagues to do so.
All right, any other discussion of the Garcia amendment? Seeing none, all those in favor of the amendment, of the Garcia amendment to the Luna motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the amendment is agreed to.
We want to record